Dear Lisa, I'm very happy that you're here. Welcome. And
Thank you
I
so
would love to hear your soul pathway, how you came to holistic health, and just to being yourself and sharing all your knowledge.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and thank you everybody who is watching or listening. Thank you so much for making time to being here. A happy new year to everybody. I hope you crossed over well. And my name is Lisa, and I'm originally from Austria, from Vienna, and that's why my English can sound a bit weird, so forgive me already in advance. And I have a website called rohtopia.com. That's ROH for real organic health or raw orgasmic happiness, and topia like utopia, like an ideal world that has yet to be created, hopefully by you. And originally it started off with raw food recipes, but then I realized that many people are really stuck in their diets and they think that this is the most important thing to be healthy. And they forget about all the other aspects of well-being. And that's why I then expanded into it being a platform for holistic well-being. And now it doesn't only contain what you put into your body with food, but also what you put on your skin and what you put into your heads with meditation, with personal development and so on, or just with your thoughts and feelings, and what you surround yourself with. So eco-friendly lifestyle tips for people who still want to look cool. And I've noticed that so many people always have New Year's resolutions. And for me personally, I could use the ones that I had 5 years ago because they're still the same. So if you want to have it differently this year, then it would be really good, I find, I've noticed in my own experience, to start by being kind to yourself, by treating yourself the way you would like to be treated by others. And this is maybe a big thing for some. Some people might go, yeah, I'm awesome. Not a problem. Done. But for many others, it might be a big thing like, well, there's nothing great about me. That's why I need to lose that weight. But see, so that is not really your goal, that you want to lose that weight. The goal is that you want to be liked. And therefore, you got to start liking yourself, even if it's just a tiny little thing about yourself. Maybe you like your earlobes. Maybe you like, I don't know, like your little finger. Maybe you like that you did something yesterday that was really great. Acknowledge what you have achieved. Acknowledge what you did yesterday, and also all the things that have happened already. Acknowledge how far you have come already instead of only looking forward to all the goals that are still so far away. Stop comparing yourself to others, because you never know their story. They might have a history of being trained by their parents twice a day ever since they were 5 years old. You don't know that. And then they're in the gym next to you and they just joined yesterday, but they can already run faster. It's not fair. You don't know where they came from. And one of my other passions is free diving on one breath, and I teach that as well. And so I know from my own experience, there was this girl and she came in and she's 15 years younger than me. She just started free diving half a year or something before, and she already dived deeper than me. And here I am, I'm supposedly a freediving instructor, and this chick rocks up, young girl, and it's not fair. How can she dive deeper than me? And it was exactly what I just said. When she was 11, she started fin swimming. She went to the pool before school and after school every day for 10 years. Of course she's better than me. She has so much more training already in her. And if I look back at my history, I used to be scared in water where I couldn't see the bottom. I would never jump into the ocean from a boat. And now I dive there. So that's a very, very different story that can't even be compared to that girl. So that is really, really important. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself the way you want others to treat you. Don't only look at what you still need to achieve, but also see what you have done already. and acknowledge what you have done. Give compliments to yourself and others. It's nice to give compliments to other people. And you may notice, maybe with yourself or with others, people are almost not used to getting compliments anymore, or they think that they're not good enough to receive it. So people could say, oh, wow, Lisa, your jumper, it's so nice. And I would go, oh, that old thing, yeah, it's nothing. Don't do that. Don't make yourself small. Say, thank you very much. I love it. Instead of like, oh, yeah, that was cheap. No, that's not important. Thank you. Just say, thank you. Ooh. So that works really, really well. And if you ever don't feel like it, because you're having a really, really crappy day, because maybe you have those resolutions and you didn't resolve them, smile and count to 30. Like, as fast as you like, but not in your head. It has to be, well, it can be silent, but you have to like do it with your mouth, because in your head it's like, whoop, done. If you say it, it's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 30. And
it's already funny to see.
And you will notice that the smile will stay on your face. You might go, huh. But then you will have to laugh about it because it's so stupid. So it really, really works. It elevates your mood. I tried it with my boyfriend the other week, and he was not in a good mood. And I said, come on, just count to 30 and smile. So through gritted teeth, he did. And I swear, minutes later, he was still grinning. It really, really works. Your brain doesn't know the difference whether you're really smiling or you're just pretending to. So just pretend and elevate your mood with this tiny little trick. I hope that you're watching this and you're already smiling at the stupidity of it, or because you think it's maybe potentially true, or maybe you're sitting there nodding going, yeah, I know, it works so well. So please do this before you come up with any other resolutions. Be kind, and so on and so forth, all the things I said. Yes, so this is why there is not only raw food on my website.
And you also use many things for your body, so that your body has the treatment that is healthier. So I would like to hear some tips from you.
Mm-hmm. So in terms of cosmetics and body care products, I used to spend quite a lot of money on them. I didn't have a lot of products, but the few I had, they were fancy, because clearly if it's over $100, it must be good. And then after a while I realized that actually some of the ingredients don't do anything, or actually they might even be harmful for me and for anybody who uses them. So then I started to read ingredients not only on foods that I purchased, but also on cosmetic and body care products and shampoos and stuff. And there are so many that are just not doing you any good. For example, there's one called sodium lauryl sulfates, and they dry out your skin, they dry out your hair. Nonetheless, they're in a lot of shampoos and in a lot of body lotions and creams. So whatever cosmetics and body care products you're using, just check the ingredients and make sure that they're as natural as possible. And for example, one thing you could use that covers a lot of stuff, it's cold pressed coconut oil. You can use it for oil pulling, which means that in the morning, before anything else, you take a tablespoon of coconut oil or also sesame oil, and you put it in your mouth and you swish it around for up to 20 minutes. Maybe it's going to be 2 minutes to start with, but after a while, I'm sure you can extend your time. And the only rule is do not swallow this, because the oil extracts and pulls out all the toxins and all the stuff that is stuck between your teeth and that's on your tongue, that's coating your tongue, that started to build up overnight. And then when you spit it out after your time, however long you manage to do it, you spit out all that stuff as well. You don't really want to swallow this. This is really great with cavities. It's great with bleeding gums and receding gums, and also with bad breath and with a coated tongue. So it helps a lot for that. Coconut oil is antifungal, antibacterial, it's kind of anti-everything. Like if it's like a little rebel, I'm against anything bad. And you can use it on your skin from head to toe. You can use it on your body, on your face. You can wipe off makeup with it. You can use it on your hair even, like a conditioner. Just rub a little bit into your hands and then run the ends of your hairs through it. And yeah, your hair will be nice and shiny. Just don't use too much, otherwise it of course will get oily. Coconut oil even has a SPF, a sun protection factor of 2, so it can even help with that, help with your help your skin when you get out into the sun. Here in Australia, the sun is quite strong, so now in January it's the height of summer. And what I've noticed though is also that in terms of sunscreens, of course here everybody is recommending slip, slop, slap, slip on a hat. I always mix it up. So slip on a shirt, slop on some sunscreen, and slap on a hat, I think is the saying. But if you stay out of the sun or in the shade or out of direct sun between 11 and 3, that is way better than anything else, even in Australia where the sun is indeed strong. So of course, if you're absolutely not used to it and you come to a tropical climate, white as the wall, then of course you will have to be more careful. But other than that, stay out of the sun during lunch hours and put on a hat, stay in the shade, and you'll be fine. And if you want to buy sunscreen, then please, again, just check the ingredients and don't go for anything that's loaded with stuff that is not necessary, like perfume, like alcohol, and so on and so forth. Zinc is great. Lots of natural sunscreens with zinc these days.
Yeah, I think that's such an important tip, to really stay out of the sun and at that time you said, and it also feels just more comfortable. I mean, yeah, just try it out. Go in the morning, in the afternoon. There are less people, there is less intense sun, and it just feels more comfortable, I think so.
Yeah, it's so
really
nice. It's much softer.
Exactly.
And it feels really harsh during the lunch hours. Yeah, absolutely. And regarding your hair, because I'm on the beach all the time, and well, not all the time, sometimes, but many people also struggle with getting really frizzy hair and really dry hair when going to the pool or when going to the ocean. And that's because your hair absorbs anything that you expose it to, any liquid, any fluid, anything, any moisture. So if you jump in the water, your hair will absorb the chlorine water or the salty water in the ocean. But if you first rinse it with fresh water, or even better, you lather it with some conditioner or with some coconut oil, your hair will absorb this and get nourished, instead of then later on absorbing the ocean water or pool water. So that's really, really helpful. I go to the pool a lot because I train for freediving. So that's one of the things that I try to do. I often forget, but I try doing that, and it's making a big difference. You can also put on some coconut oil on your skin before you jump into the pool, and that's one of the reasons why you should be careful with the products you put onto your skin, because your skin absorbs up to 60% of what you put on it. With kids, it's even more. It's up to 80 or 90%, I think. And your skin doesn't know what's good and what's not. So it doesn't just absorb the good stuff, it just absorbs everything. That's how medicinal creams work. And therefore, if you jump into the pool, I'm sure you have noticed after a good swim, your skin smells like the pool. It smells like it's chlorinated. That's because your skin absorbs what's around it. So if you put on some coconut oil, it's like a thin insulation, so to speak. And it can help as well with protecting yourself from your environment.
I love that feeling. I use it for myself. In Spain, I even use olive oil. That works too. But
Yes.
I'm really amazed. It feels so good. It feels like a real protection for the skin, and you don't get this dry skin anymore if you really use enough oil.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And some people might be concerned because they say, you might say, my hair is already greasy, my skin is already oily. That might be because you are washing and cleaning it so much. Because your body thinks, oh my God, all the oil is gone, I need to produce more. And then you think, oh, my skin is oily again, I need to wash it again. But it's a bit of a vicious cycle. And I would recommend, if you can, step away from too many products, give your skin some rest. Same with your hair. At the moment, I'm washing my hair with water only, and that works quite well. My hair was never oily, but I do know from other people who went the same way, going shampoo free and just using water, or sometimes a mix of apple cider vinegar and some essential oils like lavender if you want to tame your hair, and rosemary if you want to create more volume, and a bit of water. That in the beginning, the hair would still be greasy, sometimes only in a few spots. But then after a few days or after a week or so, it will regulate itself because our bodies balance ourselves. That's how they are made.
Yeah, that is such an important thing that you're saying as well. Are created to help us and to stay healthy if we give them the right things in.
Yes.
And
yes.
That is so important. And you also have some products yourself where you give many more tips about how to have a happy lifestyle and stay healthy or get healthier. Would you like to talk about it a moment so that people can...
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So the latest product that I brought out, it's actually based on a low point that I had in my own life 2 years ago when I was in Canada back then with my boyfriend, and I got dumped. Well, he broke up with me, and I was only there because of him, so I didn't have a real visa, so I had to leave the country. And I was devastated, not so much for leaving Canada in February. It was in Toronto, so it wasn't in the skiing area. But I was so heartbroken. I was absolutely miserable and devastated. And during that time, I thought, okay, I'm not going to suppress anything, because if I suppress it, it will come back later. I don't want to be haunted by any of this again. This is horrible. I want it to get out now. So I didn't numb myself with any comfort foods. I tried to eat as clean as possible and do as many things as possible that were good for me. And that's how this program evolved. It's called 28 Tiny Things, and it's 28 days where every single day you get an email from me with a video, which is also available as an MP3, and you can read up on it if you prefer reading, where I give you one tiny task that you can add to your life, as something that you can add to your life or remove from your life or change. And I mentioned a few of those things already. So for example, acknowledge what you have achieved and see how far you have come instead of only seeing your to-do list. Create a done list are things that I mentioned in there. I also mentioned things like have a green smoothie, for example. But the first one I start with is every day find 3 things you're grateful for that are already in your life. So 3 things that can be as giant or as small as you like. And they can repeat themselves, that's fine. But I'm sure that you will find new stuff every day. And especially if you do it at night, before you fall asleep, you can find 3 things that happened that day that were good. And that can be as much as I won the lotto, or it can be as small as somebody smiled at me. That makes a massive difference. And so all these things were things that helped me. And yeah, that's why I put them together, because that's how my whole website started. I found stuff that was good for me. Originally, I started with raw foods because I had skin allergies. I had it looked like mosquito bites, like that small, swollen skin up to this big,
wow.
like patches on my body, on my face, everywhere at the end. And doctors treated it with cortisone steroid tablets, which are great because they work fantastically, because they suppress the symptom. They didn't cure me. They didn't heal me. They didn't go to the cause of the problem. And then I stopped taking those and I went on a juice fast for 35 days. For 5 weeks, I drank only juice. So that's what eventually healed me. And I have had one episode since, and that was more than 5. The whole juicing was 5 years ago. And since, I've had one episode of a little bit of a skin rash. But that was a super stressful situation. So that's the second product I created. It's a 1-week detox with smoothies and juices and soups for dinner. So you can heat the soups as well if you would like to do the detox in winter, and in summer you can enjoy them chilled, and that's really good. But even there, I also add meditation and a little bit of yoga, because you need to cover all the aspects. You need to, approach it holistically.
Great. Yeah, you just saw the light went. That's great as well. Yeah, I think that's so important as well, because we need the balance as well, moving our body physically as well.
Yes.
And our mind in other ways with meditation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
And you will get a meditation later on. So
yes,
we can enjoy that. Maybe to end this nice interview, what is the most important thing?
The most important thing is to be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself so much. People think that they're lonely sometimes, but you're always with yourself. You are your own best friend. You are with yourself from the day you are born until the day you die, and then we'll see what happens next. I haven't been there. So make yourself your best friend. You're going to hang out with yourself a lot.
That's so nice. I really like that, because this is actually the essence of my work as well.
Ah, there we go. I summed her up.
I named my essence of the work in that name. Priya Yoga means be loved. And
yes,
in the end, be your best friend. Do everything
yes,
that makes you happy and healthy. Dancing your life.
yes.
Thank you so much, Lisa. It was very
you.
nice to meet you, and maybe we will see each other live.
I hope so, one day for sure. Yes.
And I hope you enjoyed, and you will just be nice to yourself and take the tips out that help you. And we will link as well the course so that you can have a look and have more tips.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm my own student as well. So yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.